I see this comment all the time. It's been forever since I felt like a drawing. I'm just not in the mood. I can't seem to get anything done. I don't know what to draw. I don't feel inspired. And other very similar comments. And some of these comments have a degree of legitimacy to them. Some are genuinely asking for advice. Others are simply voicing their struggles, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I get it. We've all been in places like this in our art. We all want to be motivated. We want to enjoy it 24/7. It's called being in the mood. And you can bet that if the mood was more reliable, and it magically happened to me more than once or twice a year without me lifting a finger, I would save myself some time and some pain and just wait for the mood to hit me. But the fact is, motivation is not something that hits you out of the blue. I mean, sure, it does every once in a while, but it's very inconsistent, and if you're not consistent in your art, that is going to halt your progress. Now, let's be honest, that's not why this bugs me so much. I don't care if you do art inconsistently. I mean, it's great if you do, and I think it's a very helpful thing, but if you're just doing art as a hobby, there is nothing wrong with just doing it every once in a while. Heaven knows how many hobbies I have that I hardly ever do. What bugs me is when you use it as an excuse or a roadblock to stop you from doing the art that you want to do. And it's not like I'm rolling my eyes and going, oh, come on, that's such a lame excuse. Just do art already. Because I've been there and it's not that easy. It's more that I'm just itching to pile a bunch of unsolicited advice on anyone and everyone who says something like this. I mean, that's basically what this channel is for. I'm just dumping a bunch of unsolicited advice on you guys so I don't happen to do it to some other poor soul by accident. So here's my unsolicited advice for you today. Stop waiting for motivation. Now, I'm not trying to say that motivation isn't essential for enjoying or even for creating art. In fact, I think it's something that you should constantly be pursuing. What I'm talking about is the mindset that motivation is just this passive thing that happens to you. Because as nice as that would be, the fact is that it generally doesn't do that. You usually have to work for it. If you just sit around waiting for it to happen to you, you're going to end up frustrated. And that is something that's totally avoidable. You just have to learn how to cultivate it, and then it'll be a lot more pain-free than the whole passive thing. In fact, I find the best way to kill motivation and never gain it back is to not do art. A less convoluted way of explaining that is just do art and you'll probably get motivation. Weird, isn't it? The point of this video is not to show you all the different ways that you can cultivate motivation, though I'll definitely be doing videos on that topic in the future. But the reason why I'm not doing it this time around is because I think it's important to understand what motivation is and how it works, so you have the right mindset for getting it. And really, understanding it is the first step towards being able to effectively cultivate that motivation. But I will leave you with one tip, and that's something that I talked about just a few minutes ago, and that is just do art. But let's make it a little simpler, a little easier to do, because let's be honest, it's easier said than done. It's a lot easier said than done. So what I think is a great way, and I know many other artists have done this before too, is you just get out a random paper and a random pencil and you put the timer on for 5 minutes and you just sketch something for 5 minutes. Or better yet, just aimlessly doodle. Don't take it super seriously, just do whatever you feel like, or I guess don't feel like it because you're having problems with motivation. Don't make it this big, stressful thing. Just make it something quick and easy, and you're just doing something. And even though it's a very small thing, it can be an unbelievably helpful thing. And sometimes that's all you need. Who knows? Maybe you'll end up going to 10 minutes, or 15, or an hour. And if you don't feel motivated after doing this, don't worry about it. You got something done. You tried. Just come back tomorrow. It is good to push yourself, but always keep in mind where that line is between pushing yourself to do better and just putting too much pressure on yourself. Because that really isn't helpful either, and it can also be very demotivating, which is the opposite of what you want. I hope you enjoyed that video. Like, and also subscribe. I'm going to be talking more about motivation. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.